Alright everybody, so here is my asparagus patch. This patch was on the property when we bought it. I am assuming that it is left over from the original homestead that was here. And so today I'm going to work on picking some that hasn't ferned out. So you can see a lot of it has ferned out when we were gone to horse camp. We missed a lot of it, and so it just kind of went crazy. Asparagus should almost be done producing this year. I've got my clippers here. I'm going to work at trimming trees and get rid of these sumac trees here. I'm going to get rid of them, clip them out, and try to clip some of the grass back so that we can see my asparagus a little easier. So I did find some asparagus to harvest a nice handful. We can eat that tonight with supper. So I think I will go and get my trimmer and trim some of the weeds around the asparagus. The asparagus is about done. You know, this is getting pretty piddly. I was getting big handfuls of asparagus, but you know, it has been going for quite some time, a month now. And I've gotten quite a bit of asparagus off this little bitty patch. So I'm pretty tickled with it. And I'm going to do some more work. So thank you all for watching. Okay, so that's that. It didn't take me very long, just a few minutes. It's one of those things I'm like, wow, why didn't I do that before? But if you know anything about our property, it is a work in progress. So we have actually had a home here for 2 years that we moved the trailer house in 2 years ago. And we had been working on it a little bit before then, getting ready. Where we put the house, there wasn't a whole lot of prep we had to do. Gary did have to trim some trees. back to put the trailer house where we wanted it. But other than that, I did do the garden. We got the garden ready, and that was with help of a friend of ours. And Mr. Lynn was able to come in with his big tractor, and every year he has done a great job with his big Kubota, tilling that whole garden space up for me. And we've worked on the little garden, and we have built my father-in-law built a shed. My father-in-law has put on the well house shed. I call it the well house. There's a water tank that's our storage for our water. My father-in-law built that. My father-in-law, he was helping us to work on getting the trailer where we could set it up, move into it, because it sat here 2 months before we moved in almost, and getting it prepped, getting the lines in, getting it set on blocks and tied down and skirted. My father-in-law built me a chicken house. That was pretty amazing. I think he did that whenever, in the winter time when he was here. We couldn't have done what we have done without Rick. We just could not. Rick has been amazing. He has helped us so much. And we've had lots of friends and to come and help us. And we started this project at just the right time. My father-in-law had retired, and just a year or two before, and he needed a project, so it came at the right time that he needed a project and we needed help. So it has been a great thing, and I just can't shout out enough to the folks over the years that have helped us, our friends that sold us this property, just at an amazing conditions, and they're just amazing friends, and I just can't express enough. And we have friends down the road at Stewart Farms that have helped us immensely. There have been people to goodness, I just can't go on. There's so many people. I'm gonna forget somebody, and I am so sorry if you're one of them. You're in my heart, but when I get on this camera I get nervous, and my mind draws a blank, and I can't think of the names that I want to come up with. But y'all are so important, those that just pray. Even if you prayed for us, that is an amazing big thing, and never discount how much of a help that is. Prayer. There are people that have been able to help us financially, and that's amazing. There have been people to help us in many ways, and we just see the Lord working in so many ways. That we are here on this property. There is just so much to do, and I digress, I'm sorry. There is so much to do, but there is so much has been accomplished, and I didn't record it like I should have, and I wish I had now. I'm thankful for my kids for encouraging me to start this YouTube channel,